the show.
What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the Across the Cowboys podcast. I am Paul Ryan, and with me, as always, are the greatest co-hosts in the world, Mike the Pig Crum and Brenden Fergy Smith. Brenden, how are you?
Doing great. The Rangers are playing good. Got to watch awesome football last night, so I am actually a little tired because it made me stay up later than I wanted to, but it's feeling pretty good.
You sound like an East Coast dad.
Dang.
Well, hell of a game last night, man. That was one of the crazier games I've ever seen from beginning to end.
Yeah. Well, of course, we'll get into that stuff. Man, that was fun.
Yes, sir.
We're talking football, right? That's not Rangers?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're not talking Rangers right now. We're going to save that for a little bit, Mike, just for you.
I don't want it.
Brenden, where can we find you on Twitter, sir?
You can find me at Brenden_Smith26.
Mike, how are you, sir?
Doing good, my friend. How you doing, Paul?
Can't complain. It's been a nice Monday. And football's back, so it's hard to be upset.
Yes. I'm ready. I'm ready to win this next game and get going from there. These games always scare me because it's like you should win. Like you should win big. So now we just have to see how the team responds to that.
The way that the Giants looked yesterday, if the Cowboys don't win by double digits, I'll be stunned.
Yeah. My thing that scares me, though, is like awful teams, unless you're like the 2017 Browns, is that you're going to win. They're going to win games. So like you have 4 wins, and that's horrible. But guess what? That's still 4 teams you beat. I'm scared of just being one of those 4 teams you go, damn, that was us.
It was a couple of years ago that the Giants went like 2-15 and then 1-16, like in back-to-back seasons, right? Or 3-14 or something like that. I mean,
it's still 3 teams though. I'm saying, like,
yeah.
I have concerns with our tackles versus their edge rushers, and I also have big concerns with Bears the next week. So I just really want to get this game like out of the way. Just get the W and get it the hell out of the way.
Get that first W out of the way. I hear that. Rather be 1-2 than 0-3, right?
Yes.
All right, Mike, where can we find you on Twitter, sir?
At CD Piglet, guys. Nice and easy.
And you can find me on Twitter at Paul_Ryan15. Well, week 1 of the NFL is almost officially over with the Monday night game going on now between the Chicago Bears and Minnesota Vikings. Mike, can we get a score update?
Yeah, hold on.
Appreciate that, Mike.
17-6. Bears are up.
Sweet. Well, the NFL is officially back, thank goodness. As always, week 1 was a bit wild and unpredictable. Brenden, I'm curious, what did you learn from NFL week 1?
My mind will only go to Sunday Night Football, honestly. Like, I'll say this as a preface. Noon games, good. 3 o'clock games, horrible. And then Sunday Night Football, phenomenal. I legit, like, the Bills have God on their side. That Keon Coleman 4th and goal touchdown, you're telling me he just somehow got there? Really, the ball tips and no, I'm like, that's scripted as hell and all that. But yeah, that's what I learned. The Bills, man.
Brenden, have you ever seen Angels in the outfield?
I've seen clips. I've not seen all of it.
That's like an Angels in the outfield type of play right there. What happened with Keon Coleman? Mike, I know you've seen that movie. You're a Christopher
Of
Lloyd
course.
fan, right?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, man. Superstar.
Yeah, one of the better childhood movies that I can remember, especially about baseball. Well, we should do our favorite baseball movies one week for top 5. But Mike, what'd you learn from week 1?
That the Justins might be ready for breakout seasons. Herbert and Fields both played really well. So, maybe it'll be a like he's had good statistical seasons, but he hasn't had big wins like he had that one. And Justin Fields is one of the best players like from the first week of the year. And he hasn't really been good since he's been drafted. Not good enough, not up to expectation. And that, if he plays like that, the Jets will be very happy.
I was kind of wondering about that Justin Fields game, if that might be kind of fool's gold. What do you think?
he had all offseason to prepare. So week 1 is always take it with a grain of salt. We'll see.
Yeah. Absolutely. A couple of things I learned from week 1. I'll start with my first one was, man, nobody knows anything until the actual season starts. Reason I bring that up is, from the fantasy community, everybody's trying to predict like who's going to be the leader of the backfield for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I think everybody kind of was ready for Bashal Tutin or Tank Bigsby to take over that backfield. And of course, it's Travis Etienne with an explosive week 1 performance. And then we see Tank Bigsby get traded to the Eagles, which was a interesting move, but just more so of a reminder that, until the season starts, we really don't know anything.
Yeah. I think Will Shipley is likely hurt for a while, and that's why Eagles made that move. That's my guess.
Yeah, it sounds like
I haven't heard that. Just my guess.
Well, I saw the people when I saw the trade, I started looking, seeing if somebody got injured because I thought maybe Saquon or something like got injured in practice or something. And apparently it's Will Shipley hurt his rib, but the move to acquire Tank Bigsby has nothing to do with Shipley's injury. It's more so about Bigsby's ability on kickoff returns, from what I saw.
Oh, okay.
But Brendan, was there anything else that stuck out to you in week 1?
I think I have to say, like, this is going to sound like a joke. Daniel Jones looked good. I know the Dolphins looked horrible, but like the throws he was making, he's not like, oh, that's just blown coverage. I'm like, you go, damn. That's a throw. Do we think it's good? No, I think it's going to continue. No, not at all. But I'm like, you telling me week 1 Daniel Jones comes out there and actually looks like a quarterback who could play in the NFL? We haven't seen that ever. Because even his playoff year was just because of Saquon.
I think this might be the best coaching staff he's ever worked with, I'm sure.
He's easy. You can compare the Giants coaching staff.
I mean, I like Brian Dable. I wouldn't have minded him coming to the Cowboys in some sort of capacity, but this has to be the best coaching staff he's ever been with.
Dable is a play caller. Doesn't seem like he's a very good coach.
Exactly, yeah. Mike, what about you? Anything else stick out to you?
No, I mean, I could flip it and go like Miami made Daniel Jones and the Colts look like NFL, but no, that's it. The Herberts, the Justin QBs.
Yeah, for me, it's maybe I'm just letting some of these bad losses affect this, but as good as some head coaches are, I feel like even some of the best might be overrated. Am I crazy for that?
Man, Bill didn't look great in his college thing. I heard the old GOAT coach. He was not wonderful in college. I'm interested to see how like Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn and these young guys. I know the Jags coach seemed to have a good game his first one. So
yeah.
Carolina was just bad. Carolina was just bad.
After last night's game, though, they showed a graphic of all these bad losses that the Ravens have had, and like where they've been up double digits in the fourth quarter. It's like, in the Harbaugh era, man, that seems like a lot, for someone as good a coach as he is.
They too often try to protect Lamar with the lead. They did it against Dallas. Like people were like, "Oh, Dallas started stopping the run." Well, because they stopped running their shotgun. Lamar could take the run as a threat, and so it doesn't open up as much, and everybody just compiles on Henry because they know they don't want Lamar to take hits when they're up by 20 points. And then what happens is defenses can key in on Henry and stop him better. And he fumbled once, but that's what typically happens is the Ravens stop they stop using Lamar as a weapon as much, and that normally slows them down, and that allows teams to bounce back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What was your favorite game in week 1, Mike?
I mean, we could pretend like Tampa Atlanta was cool, but I mean, everybody's a Sunday night. Ravens Bills was wild because it was a good game. For most of the game. And then in middle of the third quarter, it kind of was like, okay, Buffalo's defense isn't good enough to stop Baltimore's offense. And then Baltimore went into conservative mode and fumbled. and you gave Josh Allen a chance, and he made plays and brought him back for the win.
Would you say that Philly and Dallas would need some consideration for second best game of the week?
They're up there.
First half, yeah.
Yeah, first half was a second half
was,
with and the storm kind of killed it.
Kill the momentum.
That's the problem. I think Atlanta and Tampa was better than that.
KC and Chargers was pretty
good
too.
KC and Chargers was better. Yeah, so maybe in the top 5, but not top 3.
Yeah, I didn't get to see a lot of the Saints, and not the Saints, but the Jets and the Steelers. I wish I would have been able to watch that game in full.
Yeah, that actually that was another good one. I watched a lot of that game. That was a lot of fun.
So obviously, Brendan, you're going to go with Baltimore, Buffalo as well, right?
Yeah, but I have it for a different reason, and this has nothing to do. This has something to do with the game, but also none. So, I had class at 8:00 this morning, so I was out in Arlington watching the game with my friend Cooper, and so I wanted to go home. And this game was looking like the Ravens were pulling away, and you go, "Hey," I'm like, so Buffalo goes for it, 4th and goal. Hey, they're not going to get it. Baltimore's going to get a stop. I'm going home. And guess what? 4th and goal. Keon Colby catches the ball, and you go, "What the fuck?" It's fine. Baltimore's gonna score. Game's over. I'm going home. Derrick Henry fumbles, and you go, "What the hell's going on?" So then when he started playing with things, because legit right before that fumble, Cooper goes, "Nothing wrong happens in the eye for him." Gets smacked, and he fumbles, and go, "Holy shit!" And we're screaming, and he's like, "They're not gonna score on the first play." Big pass to a random tight end to the 1-yard line. You go, "Holy shit!" They score again, and they go. They also get a stop on for the 3 and out. And I'm going. They're not like they're going to get in field goal range on one play. The absolute dot to Joshua Palmer over Jair Alexander, and you go, "Holy shit!" And you just go, "Nah." And so we were like, he has it all on his Ring camera from his living room. We're screaming, cussing. We're going absolutely haywire watching that game. And so now that game, besides it being phenomenal, it was absolutely amazing. That was awesome. And also Baltimore lost with having the leading receiver for week 1, the leading rusher for week 1, and also Lamar playing the way he did.
Yeah.
Yes, the ending was so crazy that people forget how Buffalo stole a field goal at the end of half. And looking forward, how big a field goal that ended up being.
Yeah, no one talks about the missed extra point.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
True. Sounds like maybe you're at Buffalo Wild Wings and somebody hit that red button a couple of times, Brendan, when you're trying to leave.
Dude, I was like, dude, I'm tired. I got class at 8. I really need to get home. And then they just kept going. I'm like, I can't leave. I can't. It's not humanly possible to leave right now.
We've all been there, sir. Who is your week 1 MVP? Brendan.
Well, it was either Lamar or Henry, honestly, for 3 quarters.
Yeah.
It was. It's got to be Josh Allen. It's got to, of course, it's week 1, so much more football to be played. It's got to be Josh Allen. Holy crap.
I think you can make a case for even Keon Coleman.
He doesn't have the numbers. Over 100-yard receiving in that touchdown, which is phenomenal. He played great. Josh Allen had almost 400 yards passing.
Yeah, but I'm just saying if he doesn't make that catch, then none of that matters,
That's fair.
Mike, how about you?
What
Justin Herbert.
Fumble? Whoa.
Herbert was my week 1 MVP.
Like
beating Kansas City and I mean, he was 25 for 34, 318 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. And then he had that huge run to seal it and beating that team.
Sliding on it. Yeah.
That was nice. So I would go.
He looked different, man.
Yeah, he did.
He looked different in that game.
He looked good. He looked really good.
Even when the run game wasn't that great either,
And it wasn't they kind of were always ahead. Whereas Josh Allen put up the numbers, but it was like the Ravens at one point, everybody, like Brendan said, this game's over. All right, Josh Allen's playing good, but they're getting blown out. And then a crazy tip catch and a fumble. And, a lot of stuff had to happen. And then he did the good work of bringing them back. But, Herbert just kind of controlled the game, kept Chargers ahead the whole time. They beat, the team that makes the Super Bowl every year, the team that wins those games. They went 15-1 or whatever last year because they win those games. And Herbert made the plays to beat them. So that was my week 1 MVP.
It's just kind of funny adding to that. It's like, all offseason, the fantasy community is like, who's going to be the wide receiver 2 for the Chargers? Is it going to be Trey Harris? It's definitely not Quentin Johnson. And then, they bring in Keenan Allen, and it's like, okay, you got Ladd McConkey and Omarion Hampton, and here's Quentin Johnson with 2 receiving TDs and having a good game. Everybody, the forgotten guy. So nice to see that happening. I'm going to go with Emeka Egbuka as my week 1 MVP, catching not 1 but 2 touchdowns, and 1 being the overtime killer for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's going to have a big season, man. And I think he's going to prove a lot of fantasy people wrong, man.
I apologize, Paul, but MVP is a quarterback award. So pick Josh Allen or Herbert, because Egbuka definitely has no chance of getting it, unfortunately. I wish that was
be different, man.
I wish that was true. I wish friggin' a wide receiver or running back had a chance, but they'll always give it to a damn quarterback now.
Maybe he could win the offensive rookie of the year,
Offensive player of the year is possible. They do that for some that aren't quarterbacks, but MVP, they give it to quarterback. Super Bowl MVP is typically just quarterback too, unfortunately.
And man, with the injuries to the Tampa Bay's receivers, how happy are they that they got that guy, man?
My wide receiver 2 in the draft.
Yes, sir. Yes, 10. Sir. All right. Did you watch Micah's debut with the Packers, Mike?
Yeah, I watched the all 22 also, so I can get an idea. It's something that's going to be a big thing in the Cowboys community, because we're going to be talking about we got Kenny Clark, and Kenny Clark did well, but Micah did this, and then it's going to be well, did we hit on the draft pick? Because did Micah get 18 sacks and defensive player of the year? Did they win a Super Bowl? That's how this thing's going to be judged. So, yeah, I have to watch it. I have to keep up on it.
Yeah, I'm not going to quote tweet you in anger like Ed Warder, but that was such a weird back and forth between you guys. And
I was agree. That was the weird thing, is I was like, no, dude. The guy who disagreed, I was like, no, dude. He has to talk about it, because it's a trade that we're going to be talking about forever. And I was like, people still talk about Derrick Henry, who was never on the team, never called, never anything. And people are still like, man, we didn't call Derrick Henry. It was over a year ago. Well, you think in 1 week people are going to start talking about Micah Parsons? And he was like, Ed Warder quote tweeted me and was bashing me. I'm like, bro, I'm just agreeing with you. I don't know what you're mad at me for.
I think sometimes when you get so many responses where people disagreeing with you, you might quote tweet the wrong person from time to time or something.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
Brenden, I assume you watched it as well, right?
I tried to. It wasn't nothing to do with Micah. So we had 2 TVs going. Of course, the Bronco game, because Cooper's a Broncos fan. So we had that going. And then on the bottom TV, that was horrible to watch. And then I'm like, Detroit. I'm like, let's watch this game. Detroit just looks so bad. Micah looked great. He beat the crap out of Penei Sewell many, many, many times.
Many times.
Everyone's shocked. He's a top 3 defensive player. What else do you expect? That he's just going to fall off the face of the earth? No. He's Micah freaking Parsons. So I saw bits and pieces of it. As soon as the game, you go, dude, Detroit's got nothing. We switched the game to the Houston game, which was also another bad game.
I started to snooze in the first half, and then my son was like, can I, woke up from his nap and wanted to watch TV and hang out. So because the game was bad, I didn't, I let him watch that, whatever he wanted. But what I did see from Micah in that first half, it's like, this dude is still so nasty. And you see him getting double teamed and not getting calls. I'm like, at least it wasn't just in Dallas where he's not getting calls, but he might even, I don't know, have leveled up a bit, even without not even having an off season, dude.
And I'll be honest, I didn't expect him to destroy Penei Sewell. Win often, great player, but Penei Sewell's a great tackle. And he just it terrifies me for what he's going to do to Guyton and Steele. Woof.
But he did this without an off season.
Jake Ferguson's not going out for routes that game.
Yeah, he can't. Or the running back.
Yeah, you're going. Oh, he's on the left side with Guyton. Okay, cool. You're flipping over. You're legit gonna hug him with Guyton there. That's what you're doing. Oh, he's running a stunt. I don't care. You're gonna go hug him.
Yeah. All right, guys. So if you were to remove Micah, is Dallas or Green Bay's defense better for you, Brenden?
They have Rashawn Gary, and Xavier McKinney, which I'm not going to sleep on this side. I love Xavier McKinney. I love him at safety. But I do feel like it's Dallas. It's someone all-around talent in the defensive line. They have the more star power with Rashawn Gary, but I think we still have better talent just all around. We have better corners, without a doubt. We have better corners. I'm not going to go into any detail. Edrin Cooper looked better at linebacker, also with how our linebackers played, without Overshown. They have the better linebacker core and better safeties, but I think we have better D-line and corners.
Better D-line. Interesting.
Oh, like I said, all around. Rashawn Gary's a monster. But we have more well-rounded D-line now.
Yeah. Mike?
Green Bay, our linebackers are like they bring down everything else because our DTs honestly played really, really good run defense. Yeah. And the idea is if your DTs play good run defense, your linebackers clean up. Not our linebackers. They were bad. I was not expecting them to be that, especially Eberflus. With Eberflus, the Whisperer, I did not expect them to be that bad. Like, Kenneth Murray was, like, non-playable bad, and he was the green dot and played all 62 snaps. And he might have been the worst player on the field for any team in any game. He played, like, he's in that tier of bad.
I'd say Jalen Tolbert. I say Jalen Tolbert is that tier.
Tolbert is definitely that tier. But like Tolbert's like a fourth wide receiver. Like he doesn't play a lot of snaps. Like Murray was our green dot and played all 62 defensive snaps and was horrendous. Like how you're like, well, PFF isn't always right. Trayvon Diggs had 11 interceptions and they were like, oh, he's the 40th best corner or whatever. PFF had him. He had like a 30 overall PFF grade and a 27-7 run grade. Putrid, dude, just bad. And you can't have a whole set of them that bad because it brings down your defense so much that even though I agree we have better corners and our D line without Micah would be better because we have Kenny Clark and Osa. Their edges would be better with Van Ness and Gary. But we would have better all around because Dante Fowler is a solid defensive end. Nealon played really well. Sam Williams had good snaps. Ezraku had good snaps. And our starting DTs were very, very good. But when your linebackers are that bad, it just brings down your whole unit.
Dude, Ezraku never gives up on a play, ever.
Even when he's getting completely held.
Non-stop. Yeah.
I saw I had to mute conversation about people. It's like through 4 preseason games and 1 real game, James Houston should be getting the Ezraku snaps. And I'm like, don't even include first of all, including the preseason is stupidity as it is. And I'm like, Houston got 10 snaps. Ezraku got 22. Like, if you want to take away snaps from somebody, Toia got 20, and Toia was bad. The Eagles targeted Toia. They knew when he was in the game, and they ran wide zone on him a lot. They made him move laterally, and he could not do it. So, like, just stop with the overreactions on friggin' one game.
Dante Fowler did not look good.
He didn't, especially against the run.
Dude, they had him out in like a flat coverage against Saquon. I'm like, he was trying to arm tackle every time. Who the hell arm tackles Saquon Barkley? I don't care if you're Luke Kuechly out there. No.
Yeah, he missed a couple of tackles. I'm like, man, this is what happens when you don't get a lot of reps in like training camp and stuff. So I'm encouraged to see what he, with some more time, how he'll turn out. But I was surprised at how many missed tackles he had.
I think also as you get Ezraku and Williams and Nealon more of the regular snaps, and Houston and Dante Fowler are more the third down edge rushers. I think as that adjusts, that'll help.
Yeah. I know we're going to talk about it on Mike's view from the sidelines, but I'm really curious to hear what your analysis on some other of the defensive linemen, but we'll wait till we get to that point. What was your biggest takeaway from the Cowboys' first game, Brenden?
Dak's back. Dak is back. Dude. I've never seen that man more confident in my life, honestly. That dude was running. There was one play which I talked to Phil Sims said Dak was never pressured the first half. You're a moron. I don't know how your dad gave you everything, so you just need to shut up. I'm holding back words right now, but you are a complete idiot. Dak should have been sacked 4 times on one play, and he kept going, nope, legit. I'm like, oh, he's sacked. Oh no, he's not. Oh, he's still. Oh no, he's gonna get sacked here. No, holy shit. Dak played his ass off, and I'm like, if we get this, even if we're not good this year, we're gonna be fun to watch because number 4 is never going to give up, and he will put some people on his back, and it'll be great.
The way he looked, it reminded me of in 2021 when he relearned. I guess he said it himself, relearned or learned a different way to play quarterback, and he's like, I don't understand why all quarterbacks don't play this way. Like playing that way, the throws he was making with the accuracy and how lean and he just looks different, man. Like you said, he's back. It's exciting to see that, man.
Even on the sideline, though, every time they showed him, he looked like he was chomping at the bit for the defense to get him a stop. He looks like he was so prepared to go out there and do shit. And I'm like, oh, who pissed off Dak? He got married and he has a kid now. Oh, it's game over. This man doesn't care. He's going to be a douche, and it's going to be awesome.
He deserved to win that game.
Of all people to let him down, it's crazy that CD was, not necessarily CD's fault, but the plays that he didn't make, being the ultimate factor is crazy. Mike, what about you?
I feel like, are we becoming the team that finds a way to lose games now?
Oh, wow.
Is that happening? Just go back. The special teams block that hits a player, and then we lose the Bengals. The Philly game where we had the guy fall down at the 1 when he caught it, and then Dak has the ball, but it goes out of the end zone, and the Lipke fumble, and then Miami coming back and scoring on the last drive. I just feel like while we do whoop up on teams that are good or lower, once teams get good or better, we either get killed or we just find a way to they should have never lost this game. See, I mean, if I told you CeeDee Lamb's going to have a bunch of drops that cost us the game, you would have laughed. You'd have been like, see, yeah, our best player is going to blow the game with drops. And then a red zone fumble, which is believable. That happens to anybody. But CeeDee Lamb having multiple drops that took points off the board is not something we would have had on our bingo card. I feel like it's possible that we're becoming one of those teams. And I over the last 3 years that this kind of stuff happens a lot. The Bengals game, you blocked a punt and it hit and then you ended up losing.
You have to keep bringing that up.
It's just this one's just as bad. Division, road game, champs. You have them. Just catch the ball.
I wasn't there drinking, sir, so no, it was not as bad.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I forgot. You cost us that one.
Brenden is the new Disneyland curse. We got to remember that.
Hey, I went to the one preseason game this year that we won, so I don't want to hear it. I'm 1-0 this year.
Yeah, but the last regular season game, can you remind us of which game that was?
Yeah.
Last game you were in the home game?
Yeah.
Last year didn't happen. I had to watch Cooper Rush play quarterback. You can't blame me for losses when I had to watch Cooper Rush live.
What about the year before that? Do you remember the last game you went to the year before that?
I do.
Should we remind him?
No, dude, it was so cold out. It was so cold outside, dude. My brain froze.
And you had the best hot chocolate of your life.
Hours. Dude, that was so awful. That was so awful.
All right. if you had to pick one to have for the whole season, would you rather have Dallas's first half offense or second half defense, Mike?
First half offense. Not only is Dak badass, we're running the ball well, but we got off to a fast start. 2 for 2 touchdown drives. Give me that.
That was nice, man. It was shocking how efficient they were and how quickly they were scoring. How about you, Brenden?
Oh, it's easily the first half offense. If our pass catchers would learn to do the second part of their job and would catch the ball, Dak's numbers would be insane. And be like, who's your week 1 MVP? Dak. And no one would bat an eye. Like they'd be like, okay, cool, yeah, you chose the easy answer. Good job. If you have this type of offense, Dak could win MVP. Like I'm not saying we're going to win, like I said, win a lot of games. But you're going to be in games no matter what because of Dak Prescott.
Yeah. I don't remember if it was the second TD or if it was the play that led to a field goal, but I remember Dak targeted Jalen Tolbert in the end zone and it didn't result in a touchdown, and then Dak was getting onto Tolbert's ass. Do you happen to remember what maybe Tolbert did wrong there, Mike?
They targeted Tolbert that game? Why? They targeted Tolbert. That's what went wrong.
He's an end zone guy. He's a TD getter.
Can we?
They targeted Tolbert. That's what went wrong.
I got so much stuff for later. No, we have a whole. There's a whole segment for what I want to do right now. There's a whole segment, and I'm not gonna.
Yeah, so you guys kind of maybe want to change my answer, but I'll stick with what I wrote down. I said, give me the defense. I mean, if your defense is playing that way, you're stopping the run, and you're obviously you're not giving up any points. But also, man, the way you just shut down the passing attack of the Eagles too, the entire game, it's hard to not want to see that for a full season.
You're telling me Javonte Williams would have 2 touchdowns, would have 2 rushing touchdowns, and CeeDee Lamb would have 100 yards receiving in the first half. You go, oh. Yeah. I would buy in immediately, but cool. Take my money. I don't care what happens after.
I just want Dak to be excellent.
I want him to be healthy. I need to watch 17 games of healthy Dak. The world deserves it because the man gets so much shit for when he doesn't play. I don't understand it. The Cowboys lose. Dak's on the sideline because of course he's hurt. And wow, they lost. This is all on Dak still. How? How in the hell?
Happened, though? As if he has a good season. It's he needs George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb and Jake Ferguson and Javonte Williams, and Tyler Booker. What else does this guy need?
Luckily, we know because we're not morons.
Idiots,
I'm stopping myself from saying some things, man. I'm proud of myself right now. Because guess what? We'll say when players play bad. CeeDee Lamb second half, horrendous, awful, legit the worst. And we keep saying he's our best player. Yeah. I'll say, guess what? Jake Ferguson, that play where I pray to God he didn't get hurt and all that, but also he should have caught it. He should have caught it. And I'm the biggest Ferg guy. You have to be able to say, hey, he played awesome, and also, damn, no, he didn't. Joe Burrow's a phenomenal quarterback. That offense was horrible. They held him to 7 yards in the second half. You have nothing on your defense, and you are an offensive team if you're Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And you got held to 7 yards by the Browns. I know Myles Garrett went off, but it's the Browns and Joe Flacco.
I heard people saying that, it looks like maybe that I know it's way too early to say this. Shout out to Daniel. Appreciate you stopping by, Daniel. But that maybe the Browns defense might actually be back returning to form from what they were in 2023.
Dude, Schlesinger looks awesome.
He's my pick for Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Easy.
Yeah, so maybe the offense would definitely be a lot more fun, but man, seeing the defense stop that Eagles offense was pretty fun too. What grade would you give Schottenheimer for his first game as head coach, Brenden?
A B. First half, phenomenal. That drive to get a field goal. Even Brian Broaddus came out and said that was the best football he's watched in years for Dallas. Brian Broaddus, I would say he does not come out here and give praise like that. He will be the most critical person. And he said that. It was phenomenal. But in the second half, he coached like he was scared. You're down by your defense holds to 3. You're down by 4. Where'd the run game go? I know, like of course, Miles Sanders fumbled, so was never gonna let him touch the ball again, which is fine. But Javonte Williams had almost 4 yards of carry.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why did we just completely give up? And so you forced Dak to throw many, many, many times when he didn't need to.
Mike is giving our newest podcast teammate a treat, it looks like. How is Maisie today?
She just woke up, so I'm trying to keep her from
running around and getting into stuff.
whining and crying by giving her a little chewy to chew on.
Yes, sir.
A- for Shoddy. I thought he was great. His players fumbled and then dropped passes. I had one mistake for him. I can't remember what it was. I didn't mark it down. I had one thing that made it an A-, but I'm blanking on what it was. But he was pretty flawless. I mean, CD catches passes and Miles Sanders does. Oh, that was it. After Miles Sanders' big run, they should have brought Javonte Williams. Already had 2 rushing touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Let him do his thing. Don't worry about I want to make sure this guy gets this or it's his drive. This, that. Miles Sanders just had a giant run. He needs to go out and get a breather. He don't need to be in there.
Yeah.
And that was his one mistake is that they didn't go to Javonte Williams after that big Miles Sanders run to finish it off.
Also,
yeah, I definitely agree with you, but I can also understand why he would want to let Miles get a chance to get that touchdown. Kind of like he earned it type of thing. But no, you're absolutely right.
Where's Hunter Lipke in the run game? They just paid him. No, he did not. He just got paid. Dallas, when they pay people, give him everything. We need to see return on our investment tomorrow.
That's a good sign though, because Mozzie was inactive as a first-round pick, and Lipke, if he didn't fit this week's game plan. Don't have the Joneses going, no, you need to get him in there and play him. If he don't fit, great. Then he doesn't fit this week. He'll fit the next week. You know what I mean? He's going to play. They paid him for a reason. Shoddy loves him. But, they used a lot of the tight ends. And, did they just score? Yep, Minnesota just took the lead.
Also kind of says that maybe how much respect they might have for Shoddy by doing that.
Yeah, it makes me happy.
Yeah, I gave Shoddy an A+, but I mean, maybe I'm just a little bit too happy with the loss there. Not a lot to be upset to criticize in that game, even though we did lose. But maybe an A+ is a little too rich. But
I'm scared.
I can't be mad at Shoddy.
Exactly, yeah.
He played great. If you can't catch a deep post where you burn Quinyon Mitchell one-on-one and the ball's dropped right into your hands, I can't look at Shoddy and go what happened, man? What? How'd you screw that up? Deep post, wide open, hit your guy. 3rd and 10, calls a play, Lamb's wide open, 15 yards, would have been a first down. Brandon Aubrey's in field goal range, drop pass. Miles Sanders in the red zone, maybe he shouldn't have been in, but he didn't. He fumbled, so – I don't put much on Shoddy.
There are so many times a player caught a pass and I'm going, look how much open field he has to run in. I mean, I'm so used to him a player catching a pass and he's either in triple coverage or he's by 3 other receivers or it's so crowded. It's my God, man, this is crazy to see.
I'm scared of getting hurt again. Kellen Moore didn't look bad in his first few games. And I was really thinking, I'm oh, dude, we have an offensive coordinator. I'm do we have a modern offense? And then we learned really quickly, no, we don't. Talk to me in week 8. And we're still saying the same things. It's easy A+ here. But, I got to see it. I'm not getting hurt again. Everyone, because now Shoddy's offense is now on screen. Now people know what to shift their defenses for. Now, guess what? If he changes his looks because of it, we might actually have a head coach. And I don't want to get hurt, so I'm not going to say we have a head coach yet. I got to see so many games before I ever say, hey, we could have a future here.
That's fair, totally fair. All right, Mike, here we are, views from the sidelines. What did the All-22 say about the offensive line?
It was not great. Unfortunately, a lot of the designs were very good, which is a plus, scheme up your talent. But Booker and Cooper Beebe were both pretty meh. Guyton and Steele pass blocking were bad. Steele was very good in the run game, which is good, but he was bad in the pass game, so that's not great. Yeah. Tyler Smith was good, but not Tyler Smith good. It wasn't a great game, but they had a really competent quarterback who gets the ball out quick and can maneuver the pocket well enough. Sacks, they gave up no sacks, but that was more about Dak than the defense. The offensive line was and drops were a big reason why the second half they couldn't get any points.
All right, same question, but the defensive line, what did the All-22 say about that unit?
Defensive tackles played really good run defense, really good. As far as pass rush, the stat about the highest pressure rate, that's about how long Jalen Hurts holds onto the ball. And then eventually you get a pressure, They were not very good as pass rushers in that game. They'll have to get better and the thing is Osa and Kenny Clark were worried about the run game. And then the outside guys were playing Lane Johnson and Jordan Mailata, maybe the best tackle duo in football. So this isn't a woe is me, we're in trouble thing. We'll see what happens when Giants come to town. The Giants just allowed 9 pressures to Dorrance Armstrong. Who's solid, but he's not even a good defensive end pass rusher. I mean, he's just not. He's solid. Yeah. So, we'll see more next week. I have a feeling Osa and Kenny Clark are going to get more pass rush work, and the edges are going to win a lot more.
I know a lot of content creators were really pleased with what they saw from Kenny Clark.
He was,
and rightfully so.
He was fantastic. 2.8 yards per carry when he was on the field. 6.6 when he was not.
Man, still a lot of work to do, but still encouraging for sure. Here we are with Brendan's bashing. Brendan, I know you're chomping at the bit.
Well, I just want to give one quick praise, talking about the D-line. I loved what I saw from Nealand. Of course, mainly second half, but he could be a dude. And I did get a little excited watching him play. And also getting held many times. You go, well, that's just your next good Cowboys pass rusher getting held. Shocker. Well, I'm going to start off with the easy one. Jalen Tolbert shouldn't be on this team. He doesn't even show the energy to want to be here. That screen, I don't know if it's a screen pass or it could have been like a late check down because you go, hey, this is your read. And if you don't have it, you throw to Turpin. That's what your play is. He didn't do anything. He legit just stood there, didn't try shit. This was going to be our number 2 wide receiver. This was going to be our number 2 wide receiver behind CeeDee Lamb. We're talking about how good this offense can be and all this. I'm wanting this offense to burn if Jalen Tolbert's your wide receiver too. He doesn't try. And on the CeeDee Lamb seam route drop, why is he right there? I've seen a lot of people say he ran the wrong route. Why do you have 2 seam routes like this?
Yeah.
No coordinator, not even Pee Wee football call that shit. So why do you have a wide receiver running that in your final? This is your contract here. Tolbert should be legit locked in, doing everything he can, blocking, trying to go on special teams. He should be doing all of this to get a contract from Dallas or somewhere else. He's showing he should be out of the league. And then also, Miles Sanders seems like a good guy. I went to practice. I went to one of the open practices. He was hanging out with his son and all that afterwards. Seems like a really awesome guy. So what I'm about to say, it means nothing on the character himself. He is a corpse. That play that he broke off for 49 yards was phenomenal blocking. That block scheme with Ferg, the guards pulling, and all was amazing. We've never seen that creativeness at all. And you just see him get caught by, we have to say all pro Zach Bond because Chris Collins wouldn't shut up about that. About how, dude, Jaden Blue takes it that. I think Javonte Williams might take that to the house. And Javonte Williams is not that kind of runner. Dude, he ran so slow. He ran like he shit himself. He honestly, That's a phenomenal play. I'm not used to big plays like that. Like, that's a house call. And then we don't get to the point where he fumbles and all that. Or Ferg takes a hospital ball in the end zone. We don't talk about that because it didn't happen. It's so insane. I feel bad for Ford because Dak Prescott should have won that game easy. And never did I say, wow, look, Jalen Hurts' completion percentage and all this. Dak played better. Dak was the best player on that field that night. And I can say that. I can say that with some people laughing in my face. And I'll still be completely stone cold on that. Like, it's Dak. But, like, those two players – and CeeDee Lamb's drops, that was like Brendan's heartbreak, which I made a joke about, Thursday night and all that. But those two players shouldn't be on the team. Bring me Phil Maffa back, and Tolbert should be gone. I need Mingo back. I need those two guys back from IR bad.
Get Mingo back. I think he takes Tolbert's job.
If he shows just a little bit of energy, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Flournoy will get a little bit more run if Mingo. It takes a little bit longer to get back than we anticipate. All right, here we are. Get it off your chest, sir. Here we are with Paul's Patriots update. For those of you who aren't familiar, Brendan and I made a bet with the Patriots receivers that I bet that they will have 2,200 or more receiving yards, the top 3 receivers combined, and Brendan thinks that they will have less than 2,200. So the top 3 receivers had a combined total of 172 receiving yards, with Kayshon Boutte leading the way with 103. They still need quite a few yards, but nice to see that one Patriots receiver getting over 100 yards, and probably not the guy that he thought it would be. Stephon Diggs still had 67, so not terrible.
The Raiders suck. They won with Geno. That team's awful.
Not a fan of Geno?
No, I'm saying they won because of Geno.
Yeah.
And Geno put 300 something.
Yeah, that's the most random, low-scoring, 300 passing yard game I've seen in a while.
She's getting mad.
She's trying to get us settled. Here we are with one word. The Cowboys' Week 1 performance was blank, Mike.
Imploding. Could have won that game, and they found a way to lose it.
Brendan, how about you?
It is disappointing. Of course, that's my answer. But they showed so much more than what you thought, though. It's still disappointing how they lost. That was I honestly had points with that kind of loss. I wish we kind of got blown out just because my heart hurt really bad. I was expected to sit on the couch and think of nothing during that game, but I was into it from the very start. It's just disappointing.
Actually, I went the complete opposite of you guys. I said it was encouraging seeing our defense play better than we all thought, seeing our offensive, especially that first half, just being efficient and the rushing attack looking better than I think we all thought it would be. So I went with encouraging. Maybe
it's
I'm
how they lost.
A little too optimistic.
No, it's just how they lost. If you look at the game in its entirety, it's easily encouraging because no one, not even the biggest Cowboy homers expected much, mainly against the Super Bowl champs.
Yeah.
But then you see the loss and you go, oh yeah, that's pretty disappointing.
True. Very, very true. All right, here we are. We're top 5. And tonight we're doing sports arenas. We'll rank the basketball or hockey arenas, baseball and soccer fields, or wherever we'd like to go to or have been to. Mike, I know you're out there with Dodger Stadium, and I forget what's the name of the iconic Lakers arena, but talk to us, man. What's number 5 on your list?
Number 5 is not letting the dog chew this up. Number 5 is Yankee Stadium, which you would think would be higher, but since they did the renovations to it a while back and made it kind of more bougie, it was all expensive and nobody was going because they can't afford to pay all those seats to go in there. I don't need the Bronx to be a corporate friggin' event, but it's still Yankee Stadium, so you give it its props. You put it in the top 5, but it's 5th. That's
a good one. How about you, Brendan?
So I have 2 on here that I've been to, and I'm just going to preface that. But my 5th one is we did agree. Also, it's my NFL ones. I want to go see the Death Star in Vegas.
I almost had that one on there.
Hey, this looks cool. I know I just got done bashing the Raiders for not being a good team and stuff. That stadium looks really cool.
Allegiant Stadium was my 6th. It just missed.
I didn't even know the name of it. I just put the Las Vegas Death Star.
Well, I had it in my top 5 initially, so I looked up the names so I would get the names of each stadium correct. But then I moved it when I will punch you. Sometimes you have to punch.
I'm not going to make the joke. I'm not going to make the joke. I'm not going to make the joke. You set up such an easy joke.
This one might surprise you guys, especially with some recent transactions. But number 5 on my list, I wouldn't mind going to Lambeau Field and watching the Cowboys and the Packers square off just one time, man.
Yeah, that'd be snowing.
That was in my top 10.
Lambeau. Yeah, it'd have to be snowing.
That's the problem.
I think if you're going to go to a game like that, it has to be cold to get the true experience, you know?
Yeah.
Number 4 on my list, not really a big fan of this team. I wouldn't say I dislike them, but they're not like one of my favorites or anything. It's just, again, another iconic field, but Wrigley Field for the Chicago Cubs.
No, that's classic. Like, no one's going to... Mike's gone.
I'm trying to deal with her.
His baby woke up from the nap, so he's preoccupied.
So she's like, give me attention or I'm going to ruin everything. And so I'm trying to be nice and hold her for a minute.
No worries, sir. Number 4 on your list, Brenden.
I've said this every time I've driven past it, every time I've been in it. I hate him. Jerry knows how to make a stadium, man. AT&T is just beautiful. Of course, it's like a lot of my areas have like prefaces on it, but like going to the Sunday night Bengals game, of course, because you don't have the sunlight, abusing the stadium. It's so freaking beautiful. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. But every time I go in there, you just look at it, you go, damn.
What's the food like there?
It depends on what area you're sitting in. Normal seating food, not great. Pizza's fine. Chicken strips are dry. Burger isn't that good.
Yeah. Sounds about right. All right, Mike, number 4 on your list.
Number 4, I don't have Cowboys on my list because their stadium needs curtains because the idiot owner built it the wrong way. So I didn't put it on there. Also, Minnesota's now up by 10 with under 3 minutes. They just scored again.
Is Caleb Williams playing bad?
Wow.
I haven't been able to watch detail of it, but the Bears' offense has done really nothing. They had the pick 6. Other than that, 10 points. So he's not doing much. My 4th is Soldier Field. Which
nice.
That might be in. Are they in Chicago? Yeah, they're in Chicago. Yeah, Soldier Field. My dad's a Bears fan. Like, that's an iconic stadium, man.
Has your dad ever been there?
I think so.
Nice.
But cool. I weirdly, I don't know.
All right, Mike, number 3 on your list.
Number 3 is Wrigley Field, also Chicago. I've been there once when I was very, very young. My mom's from Moline, Illinois, which is up in that area, which is how my dad became a Chicago Bears fan. He was a Cowboys fan. And then my mom's parents was like, so you want to take out my daughter? You're a Bears fan, right? He's like, I am now.
Exactly.
He was from there. So, Wrigley Field's nice. The Ivy, it's iconic. So you got to have it in there.
Yes, sir. Brenden, number 3 on your list.
Like I said, this is my second one. Of course, I put Globe Life because I've been to so many walk-off games. At night baseball game and walk-off, it's the most electric feeling I've felt other than the Mavericks playoff game.
Mm-hmm.
It was insane. And then even before, of course, I went to the one World Series game they lost and all that. Y'all can make jokes and laugh and all that shit. But going
the fact that you've been to a World Series game is insane, dude.
Dude, hey, my friend, we were watching the World Series game. My friend's mom was like, "Should we go to the one tomorrow?" We're all like, "That's an option." It was insane, but like legit walking in there, of course, before the game starts, it's a completely different feeling. You have no idea what's going to happen, and it's scary how it feels because you can, of course, Rangers can get blown out like I saw them do, or they can go on and win the next 4 games. It was so awesome.
Yeah, I've yet to be to the go to the new Ranger Stadium, but that is definitely a place I'd like to go, man. I've heard nothing but good things, so glad to hear that. Number 3 on my list. I'm not really a big college sports guy. I do appreciate them, especially like March Madness and NCAA. So number 3 on my list is Cameron Stadium, where the Duke Blue Devils play. That would be an insane environment to watch a basketball game.
Yeah, it's a good one. I like that one. I didn't have any college ones in mind.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I'm not. I forget what made me think about it, but I'm like, yeah. I mean, I've always like I said, like the March Madness and like NCAA, and every time I watch it, it's like I look at that environment there, and it's like, man, that's got to be insane. I know. I remember watching like a little thing on ESPN, and that the Duke students were like camping out for 2 days to get tickets to a game. So, it's got to be a pretty epic experience to do that. But number 2 on my list, Madison Square Garden, home of the New York Knicks.
Yeah, also number 2 on my list.
Really?
Yeah.
That is number 2 on my list as well.
Shut up.
There we go.
Dude, imagine watching watching them like the Mavericks play a playoff game there.
That would be
like
nuts.
The amount of hatred that is in that building, like they had for Trae Young. I imagine that. I love going like watching the Rangers play the Astros. The feeling of just hatred in there. Of course, no one's gonna like fight or do anything. Actually, it's New York, so you never know. You never know. But like, it's just sports hatred is so much fun to be around.
It really is. It really is. I know I've gone to like Rangers games and Yankees. The times that we're playing the Yankees fans are just flooding the seats. But they'll talk trash, but it's all in good fun.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, number 1 on your list.
Staples Center. I mean, I've been to playoff games. I've been to so many games there. It's like the celebrities and everything. It's like untouchable, especially when the Lakers when it's a big game and the Lakers are doing great, and Jack and Adam and Rock and Spade and Farrell and everybody's there. It's crazy. So many autographs I've gotten there. Vin Diesel, Damon Wayans. I got a picture with Samuel L. Jackson. It's crazy. Staples definitely my number 1.
Damon Wayans, man. I hope he's a cool guy in real life, man.
He was awesome. Ironically, though, DJ Moore just got destroyed. So I was taking a picture of Damon Wayans. Now, back then, I had this giant camera, and it was right before they didn't allow those cameras in. So I was zooming in, and this is before I met Damon Wayans. I was like, oh, Damon Wayans. And I was going to take his picture. Well, like in between, Tobey Maguire was there.
Oh,
and
wow.
I guess he thought I was taking a picture with him, but I didn't even see him till I was like, okay, let me get. And I got the picture. And I put my phone down, and I like saw it. He's like looking at me with the dirtiest look. And I was like, I'm not even taking a picture of you. Like, I like mouth, and I'm like, taking a picture of this guy. So it's like, I like Tobey Maguire, but
he was being kind of a dick.
That was dickhead. Like, ain't nobody taking a picture of you, and you're at a fucking Laker game. Like, who cares if somebody takes a picture of you? Like, who gives a shit?
Like you're not used to it by now.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Brenden, number 1 on your list.
I don't know the name of what it's going to be, but I keep seeing images of what the Las Vegas Athletics ballpark is going to be, and I'm like, I need it in my life. Do I care about the Athletic at all? No, but they are an up and coming team. But what they're building looks like one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. And I'm like, I want to go. Like, if you could watch like a weekend series, Rangers at A's for that, I'm like, I need it. It looks so freaking cool.
Sounds like you just want to go to Vegas.
No, I already don't have money. It would not go well.
That's why it was on my list. Almost. It was 6th.
Yeah. Number 1 on my list. This is another iconic park, but Fenway Park for me. To see the Green Monster in real life.
Yankees fan. I'm not putting that up there. Sorry.
I'm mad at you, sir. Yeah, I didn't even think about Yankee Stadium. I don't like the Yankees. I don't hate them either, but to go to Yankee Stadium would be really cool.
Yeah, it's just the iconic, it is what it is. So many championships and everything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, Mike, I know the baby's awake, so we got to end this. Before we get you out of here, where can we find you on Twitter?
At CD Piglet, guys. Nice and easy. Look, say hi. Say hi, Porgy.
Hi, Maisie.
I love you.
Brenden, where can we find you, sir?
At Brenden_Smith 26.
Say hi.
Guys, I'm Paul Ryan. You can find me on Twitter at Paul_Ryan15. We appreciate you joining us, and we will see you guys next week.
Look at her cute pink collar. Aw. Maisie.